I'm here just sipping on some Benchmark Full Proof that I picked up today for $18. Probably one of the best budget bourbons out there, but high proof, if not the best. But then at the shop I was suggested by my buddy there, he said, yeah, throw it in some Coke, it goes great. And my brain is just like, not all budget bourbon is made for mixing, but also not all should be drank neat. There's the counterintuitive. So that's kind of what I want to discuss with you today.
Huh, that sounds fun.
Let's get into it. Okay, just to start it off, you know, a lot of people have different palates.
Yeah.
So a lot of different things are going to work for other people.
Sure.
But there are also those mainstream whiskeys that are kind of the automatic. Old Number 7, Jack Daniels, you know.
Classic,
You know, you can't really, you know, that's, so for whiskey that you're expecting for a purpose, that's the mixing whiskey, right?
You're not going to get much more out of that whiskey.
So, you know, you have your automatics that, and with you lately, it's been like Wild Turkey 101, Old Grandad 116, which is what you poured in this guy here.
114.
I'm like, yeah, Mexico's the 16.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, thanks for the correction there. But, and I was wondering to myself, like, okay, so those are nice, but this one is a little bit more expensive.
Sure.
Under $35 still, which is kind of the price point I'm basing this off of here.
Still happy to pour it in a drink.
Right, of course, yeah. But also, 114 goes great by itself too.
Yeah.
Now, the question is it better mixed or is it better neat?
See, that's, I don't know. I drink it both ways. Midweek, I like to just pour a cola with some whiskey. It's just quick, it's easy. I can drink it with dinner, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I'll drink it neat as much as I drink it mixed, I think.
Right.
It's good both ways.
Okay. And this kind of gets into not just like a Jack and Coke. You know, like there's also certain whiskeys, of course, for like cocktails that would be better in a cocktail or like a Manhattan type of thing, which is understandable. And like one of the things I think of, Wild Turkey 101 Rye is not a bottle you're going to drink neat.
Absolutely not. One of the worst ryes.
It's
in
funny.
my opinion. Like to drink neat.
Yeah. Yeah, right. What's funny is when we first were getting into whiskey and I didn't have a more developed palate as I have now, it was fine to me to drink neat. I kind of gave you a hard time because you're putting so much hate on it.
Yeah.
But man, now I get it.
It's just grass and dirt.
Over time, and you know, that's one of the things. This will go great in like a cocktail.
An old school Manhattan.
Yeah.
That's going to do great.
You typically, you know, I don't like mixed drinks. But you take whiskey I don't like, and it's I guess it's a double negative. You're canceling each other out.
You actually like it?
Yeah, it's not bad. Like I had one recently with that, and then also I had another one with Russell's 6-year rye too, which was also pretty good as well. But I think just the high rye or bold spice, just that it punches through all the other ingredients enough to make it a well-balanced mixture.
Yeah.
Whereas like with stuff like JTS Brown or Early Times, it's just so much more complex in by itself going on. And just to put it in a mixer is not necessarily a waste, but it's like it already has enough going on for it as its own right.
Yeah.
Why would you add something else to it? It would just kind of almost ruin it a little bit.
And that's that assumption that I think a lot of people have is just because it's under $30 means it's good for nothing but mixing. I think that's a big assumption. I mean, Early Times is something everyone talks about. I think I've tried mixing it like once or twice.
I've never tried it.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's way too complex of whiskey to like mix in with Coke. It's like, it's just too much happening. Mixing with Coke or in a highball or something, you need like 1 or 2 flavor notes. Something simple with a good amount of proof. When you put too much in there, it's like you're pumping a bunch of different syrups into your coffee, and it's just like, oh, it's too sweet, it's too much, it's like disgusting.
Yeah,
that's what I get.
I guess you're kind of going for those one-note wonders.
Yeah, like it's simple, it's reliable, and it's gonna stand out. That's why I like the Wild Turkey 101. You can see because it's empty. I got an empty 175 over there too. It's my go-to for drinking, for mixing. It's gonna be that Wild Turkey funk, so it's gonna stand out in like a deeper robustness, kind of like that dirt muskiness. So it's gonna hang real low. It's not overly sweet. True. So you mix it with Coke that's already super sweet, has all that sugar, and it's really gonna bump it up, make it a lot more of a robust drink, I guess. It's gonna balance out those sweets with a little bit of lower end, a little bit of like the natural flavors. Yeah.
Yeah, true. But that's I think for me, when I think of mixing a drink, I kind of my brain goes to rye a little bit more so.
They're gonna stand out, yeah.
Because you combine like a Coke with the rye. Sometimes you get that little mint leaf mixture in there along with the rice spice, and that just kind of works for me more so than not. But and then also you can go right in the middle, which in my opinion is Old Forester 100 proof rye.
Yeah, that's killer.
You get the liter for $30, $32. Great by itself, but definitely if you're having like a bottle share and this is in that, it's not going to score too highly.
Not overly complex.
Yes.
You can drink it by itself, but it's got it where it counts.
Yeah, and then it's interesting because of this channel, I'm learning that more so, especially because of the interesting blinds that we do. We do like the rye blinds, and this was in it, and I think this was like last or second to last place. And bottled and bond Rittenhouse rye. It's pretty good on its own. I look for the single barrels, the store picks that they have of this, because you're getting that one barrel, and it doesn't just amplify everything that is kind of already funky in here.
Right.
It's got that little bit of magic in it that kind of makes it different enough to enjoy on its own.
Which I would be hesitant to mix a single barrel of that. Just because it's going to be more interesting. It's going to be, this is actually good by itself. I probably still would try it, but I'd go for that one more often.
Right.
It's a well drink. Like, you mix with well drinks.
Yeah. So what are your top five favorite mixing drinks?
My go-to whiskeys. Oh, just like cocktails or like the go-to whiskeys?
For mixing.
Go-to whiskeys for mixing?
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be Wild Turkey 101. My number one, I think.
All right.
It's my go-to. Boom, that wins. Old Grandad Bonded. It's going to be that high rye bourbon, so you're going to get a little bit more on the rye side without it being too minty to mix with soda.
That does really good in mixed drinks.
And it's just solid. It's cheap. It's everywhere, and it's good.
One more.
One more?
See? That's what I was hoping you grabbed, as I wanted to talk about that.
And this is a very sweet whiskey.
So I have a question.
So everything we just talked about is kind of out the door with this one.
You see what I'm saying? So I have something else to ask.
Go.
Especially with how widely available this is now. Why the heck would you ever buy this ever again?
I don't know.
And especially the price point of that.
It's obviously probably twice the price of this, but
it doesn't make it a lot more enjoyable.
100%.
I've tried both side by side.
80 proof. 40%. This is bonded, so 50%, which I think is the sweet spot.
Are you just trying to get drunk? Are you trying to just drink and feel something, or are you also wanting to enjoy yourself too?
Yeah, you want to have a good drink.
So you would never do this ever again now because that exists.
I have it just because we have a whiskey channel and I can't have a bar on YouTube without Old Number 7.
Right. But that also, like, what stops you from getting experimental and trying the high stuff? I mean, we did that in that one video. I know we did.
We did.
And that's also something I want to kind of get into as well. Like, what about these whiskeys that are phenomenal or that are really good by itself? And I know, it's sacrilege. Don't mix that. But, just trying it. And we did.
I think we learned a lot from CYPB in a Jack and Coke.
Spoiler alert.
If you
video's right here.
Check out the video. I think that did so well for you because it had like just solid Buffalo Trace notes, but it's not really too complex because it's a weeder.
One thing that I thought of too.
Go. Cherry
Coke. Growing up, that was my go-to drink. Okay, I got cherry Coke from that.
Yeah.
So it's the combination.
It's the yep.
It's knowing what is in, and I didn't even think of that when we made that video. And this did really good too by itself.
It was like grape soda.
So really why if you're the guy who likes mixed drinks but you don't like them neat, would you go and explore those whiskeys that have a certain profile and you would think, this would go great with a Coca-Cola, a Dr. Pepper, a ginger ale, and at that point, does that price really bother you so much if especially you're not drinking it every day, but it's you got like 17 Glencairns of this, right?
Sure.
So you don't pour that much in for a drink. So let's say you double that.
Okay.
And if you do an ounce for a drink or whatever. I don't know how, do you do mixed drinks? I don't know the name
Ounce
of
and a
that.
half to 2 ounces for a drink.
Okay, so about, let's say like you got 20 days,
20
or 25 days, and not straight or, drinking every day, but like, like you have a lot more time to just have your drink, your mixed drink. You go, and it's interesting because you got those people who do have that, and they walk into a bar and they say, I'll have, like Stag Junior with a Coke, and then you get the looks,
And Metro.
I've never heard of that.
Clenching his fist right now.
Right. That's
Stagger
funny.
Day.
Stagger Day.
Join the Discord if you want to mix Stag with a bunch of stuff. We do it.
We do. That's right. We do it. I got to be here for that.
Recently, I've been using Michter's Bourbon, and that's like $45 out where we are. Mm-hmm. It's not just like I can grab 8 and go home with it, and it's a well drink. No, but it's good. Mm-hmm. It's also lower proof, and so, but I feel like it has a lot going on for lower proof. So it's kind of that balance of how complex, where's the proof, how does it mix, and it made a really sweet drink too. It kind of reminded me of Jack Daniel's in a drink.
So like when it comes to mixing drinks, what's interesting is usually you don't want that softer, more less overwhelming spices or tastes,
right,
to pair with the Coke or whatever soda,
because you already have that saturated syrupiness.
But in the case with me, Wild Turkey 101 in the soda was last place for me, and CYPB was first place.
It ranked pretty low for me. I'm just stubborn and still say it's my favorite.
So then that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that.
How much of it is in your head?
A lot of it. But it's I don't want to pour Buffalo Trace in my drink every day. It's just
it's cheaper than that.
That it is. That it is. But even the Old Forester Whiskey Row series, those aren't cheap whiskeys.
That's right. In the video, we did that too, right?
We did the double oaked. Yeah, the double oaked one.
That was bad.
That was intense.
I hated that.
That was way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, toasted, double oaked, just probably too much. But the Bottle and Bond, really good. Because it's Bottle and Bond. It's classic. It's simple.
Yeah, it is expensive for a Bottle and Bond, but.
Okay, real quick. Grab 3 bottom shelfers that would make a terrible drink.
Terrible? Or
cheap whiskeys.
Or better neat than mixed.
Yeah, better neat than mixed. It's just it's not gonna work mixed.
You already said it.
Yep.
Personally, fantastic whiskey by itself in its own right.
Super good.
I was thinking ancient age for a second, but honestly, that Mash Bill 2 Buffalo Trace might be pretty good in a mixed drink. Have you tried that, or even the regular ancient age?
So I'm always scared to try the normal ancient age because I think it's just gonna be like that corny. It's like this. Why would I?
Old Soul small batch.
I think that's gonna be.
Do you think this would be good in a mixed drink?
I don't.
Yeah.
I think it was pretty rough in its own right in general.
Right, but wouldn't that make it a good in a mixed drink?
I feel like the note that I was getting. It's been a while, but we don't need that. It was just
the single barrel's fine. It's great.
That's a different world.
It is.
But it gave me like this weird, not sour, but almost like, I don't know, not an ashtray, but it was just funky.
That might be good in a mixed drink. I might be wrong here. What's interesting too is this is a couple dollars more expensive than that. And this would be my number 3. I
feel like it would make a great drink. I think what we're getting at is just experiment. Try it out, see what works, see what doesn't work. Yeah. And it helps develop your palate. It really does. You find out what you like because everyone's different. Maybe people love mixing this and only mixing this. That's not wrong. Absolutely not. It's a great cheap bottle, and you get a ton of it. It's a liter.
Apparently, the people in our Discord do Stag and Coke. I don't know about that, but
can't knock it till you try it. Anyways,
you see, you got the mixed drink. Anyways, this is Brothers Barrel with Everything Whiskey here with you, Harrison,
Chris.
Thank you for watching till the end, and have a good rest of your evening.